Viewers, in today's video, we will be reviewing SkyVPN for you. As you can see, we are currently on the official SkyVPN website. SkyVPN is generally available for Windows, macOS, iOS, and Android platforms. However, they do not offer a comprehensive direct control panel where you can check your detailed account status or data usage. Additionally, unlike other services we've seen before, there is no option to manually configure advanced protocols like WireGuard, SOCKS, or OpenVPN. They just have a simple website interface. So we will first check out the Android version of the app. But before we do that, let's take a quick look at what else they offer on their website. First, you can see the Fast and Free VPN section. You can actually use it for free by clicking on Try SkyVPN for free. Once you install it, you will receive a limited amount of free data which you can use to test the VPN's performance and check the speeds you get. They also offer a one account for multiple devices feature, meaning a single premium subscription can be used across several devices at once. It includes handy features like split tunneling too. Essentially, it provides basic support for the standard features you would expect in most mainstream VPNs. It's nothing overly extraordinary, but rather a solid entry-level VPN. Alright, if we navigate to the Get Premium section, we can take a look at their pricing plans. If you opt for the 36-month plan, it brings the cost down to around $2 per month. If you choose the 12-month plan, it costs about $5 per month. And if you prefer the standard 1-month plan, it'll cost you approximately $11 per month. Furthermore, if you download and install the app directly from the Google Play Store and activate the trial, you will receive a 7-day free trial to test out their premium features. Okay, so what we are going to do now is first test the VPN on our mobile device. After that, we'll try it out on our PC and share our overall experience to show you how this VPN actually performs in real time. Hello viewers, as you can see, I have the SkyVPN app installed, and I am currently using a premium account. If we open the side menu on the left, you will notice that the account type is displayed as premium. Below that, there's an option to Use VPN on PC/Mac. If you click on this, it generates a code. Once you download the SkyVPN client on your computer, you can enter this authorization code to easily log in and activate your account there. Moving down, if you receive any notifications or messages from the app, you will find them in the Messages section. We also have a Help and About Us section, followed by My Wallet and a Logout option. At the very bottom, your unique SkyVPN ID is displayed. The interface is incredibly simple, neat, and clean. There are no complicated settings or extra options to figure out, and it lacks advanced features like split tunneling. It is just very straightforward. Now, looking at the server list, under the All Location tab, you can see around 15 to 20 country servers available. Additionally, there is a dedicated Streaming and Gaming tab that offers about 10 to 12 specialized options. For instance, there are servers like Video US-N, which is likely optimized for US Netflix, Netflix ES, Video D+, and a few others. There are also specific servers like Video INY, which is probably for YouTube India, as well as several P2P servers like P2P-IN. We can see quite a few specialized servers here. So let's head back to the All Location tab and try connecting to the United States first to see what kind of speed we get. All right, it has successfully connected. Now I will open the browser and run a speed test to check the results. I'm searching for a speed test and opening the Ookla speed test website. Honestly, the connection feels quite sluggish to me already, because even the web page is struggling to load. Let's wait and see. While that loads, I will also open another website, hooer.net, in a new tab to check its performance as well. Okay, back on the speed test page, I will tap Continue on the web. The server selected here is Akamai Technologies. Let's start the test and see what speeds we get.
To be honest, I am not very impressed so far. It's been stuck on connecting for a while and hasn't even started the test. This is definitely not a satisfactory experience. As you can see, it hasn't begun reading the speed yet. Okay, it has finally started reading, and we can see it reached around 5 Mbps.
It is getting speeds around 5 to 7 Mbps. This is actually a very shameful speed for a VPN. Honestly, this speed is nowhere near what a functional VPN should provide. And as you can see, the connection dropped before the speed test even finished. Okay, so let's check the status of the Hoover.net test we initiated earlier. Here, the IP information shows that it's a hosted IP from Linode servers. This means it's a hosted IP set up using a VPS. However, the IP quality score looks quite decent, showing 90% anonymity. It shows it's connected to a cloud service, but overall, it doesn't seem very satisfactory to me. Okay, now let's try connecting to a second country. Let's say we connect to France and see what kind of speed we get there. You really shouldn't expect this kind of poor speed from a premium account. You expect something much better. If it were a free VPN, it might have been acceptable, as many users connect to free servers simultaneously, causing heavy traffic and congestion. But for a premium subscription, which we purchased specifically to test and show you, I strongly believe the speed should be significantly better. Now we are connected to Paris using an FDC server. Okay, the server is changed. The speed test is started. Let's see the results. It's the exact same situation. The speed isn't high at all. It's basically the same as what we were getting before. I'm not seeing any improvement. Overall, the performance of this VPN doesn't seem good to me at all. We've checked 2 servers now, and on both of them, as you can see, look, the test disconnected before it could even finish. So let's do something else. Let's try testing it on a PC to see the performance there. That might give us a clearer understanding of the speeds we can expect on a desktop environment. For instance, this French IP looks somewhat okay here on Hoover.net, not too bad, but you can see from the host names that these are all hosted IPs. This means they are simply data center IPs. Okay, let's move on and see what kind of results we get on the PC. Viewers, we are currently on the SkyVPN homepage. From here, we will navigate to the download option and download the necessary installation file for Windows. As you can see, a 10 megabyte file has already been downloaded. Now let's proceed to install it. I've opened the file and our installation process has begun. Once the installation is complete, we'll test its speed. The process is quite similar to what we experienced on our Android device. Unfortunately, I don't have a Mac available right now, so I won't be able to demonstrate the Mac OS version. I sincerely apologize for that. However, I expect the interface and performance you get on Windows and Android will be exactly the same on other platforms as well. Alright, the app is open. You can see it offers 500 megabytes of premium traffic for free. Since we already have a premium account, we'll go ahead and log in. To connect your premium account here, you actually need to use the SkyVPN app on your mobile device. A code will be generated there, which you then need to enter into this desktop app. So I will grab the code from my mobile app right now to process this login. This security feature is actually quite nice. It's a good system. However, as you can see, we're getting a fail to communicate with server error. Let's check if we made a mistake somewhere. Let's take another look at the code. I'll generate a new code and try again. At this point, I'm questioning whether we'll be able to connect this way at all. Alright, I've entered the new code and let's hit login. It seems our 5-digit authorization code is still having trouble logging in, which means we currently cannot access our account on the PC. This is definitely a major issue. The code just isn't working for the login. As you can clearly see, there are significant problems trying to log in using this method. Yes, we are completely unable to log in with the code. Let's look around. Launch on Startup, Advanced. I'm not seeing any alternative options here that would help us bypass this code login issue. We've tried multiple times, but it just refuses to work. Okay, let's try changing the 5-digit code one more time. The new code is 19890. Okay, entering the new code now, and again failed to communicate with server. Okay, let's try a different approach.
I'll completely exit the application and launch it again. It currently says VPN is off. Let's try connecting to the free VPN server first. Maybe it will work better if we try logging in while connected. Let's test that out. I'm hitting connect. The connection process is running. Okay, it's connected now. Now that the app is actively connected to the VPN server, let's see if the login process finally works. Well, you can clearly see the kinds of technical issues this VPN is suffering from. Personally, I cannot recommend purchasing this type of VPN. As you've witnessed right here, I'm experiencing a massive hassle just trying to connect my account. Based on this experience, I highly doubt it will provide a reliable or quality service. And as you can see here, the app has now completely frozen and is just hanging on the login screen.
And finally, we couldn't log in to the PC app. So let's explore what features are available here. In the advanced options, we have a kill switch and a prevent IP leak feature. Under Smart VPN, there's an option for all networks use VPN. You can also configure split tunneling for specific apps or websites. The Selected Apps and Websites Don't Use VPN option allows the added apps to bypass the VPN entirely. The next option, Only Selected Apps and Websites Use VPN, ensures that only the chosen applications or websites are routed through the VPN. Having these as separate, distinct options is actually a nice feature. However, the software still feels underdeveloped and lacks several key features, which they might update in the future. But from what I've seen so far, their servers are very weak, and there seems to be a major issue with their overall service. I am completely unable to log in to the premium account I purchased. It keeps showing a login error, failed to communicate with server. Since the premium login failed, let's see what kind of bandwidth we get with the free data we currently have. Let's go to the Ookla speed test website. As you can see, the site is not loading. That's because I had the kill switch turned on earlier, which blocks the internet when the VPN is disconnected. Let me go back to advanced settings and change it to all networks use VPN. Now we should be able to access the internet. There we go. Let's connect the VPN again and see our speed test results. Honestly, this whole experience feels like quite a hassle, and I am not impressed at all. Let me also go to hooer.net to check the IP details. As I mentioned earlier, the speed is terrible. The page is just continuously loading. Still loading. Alright viewers, after many attempts, as you can see, we finally managed to log in to our premium account. We can see our account status here, and that's fine. We have access to multiple servers. Let's try connecting to the Canada server first. A prompt pops up saying your current subscription plan is mobile only. Since my premium subscription is restricted to mobile devices, I cannot use the premium VIP servers on my PC without upgrading. I'll try connecting to a free server again. There are just so many restrictions. I have never experienced this level of limitation before, even with trial versions of other VPNs. The VPN is barely providing any bandwidth, yet their system imposes heavy restrictions. And as you can see here, the web page completely failed to load. Before choosing a VPN like this, you should seriously reconsider whether it's worth it and how much actual service you will get. I have already shown you its performance on mobile in a previous video. Based on the condition of SkyVPN that I have demonstrated today, I hope you now understand what kind of service you can expect from it. Let's try reconnecting one more time. As you can see, we are completely unable to connect. We haven't received any bandwidth at all while using this VPN on the PC. This is a first for me, experiencing a VPN where, despite multiple attempts, we get absolutely zero bandwidth on a PC because it just won't connect. Alright, that's all for today. I hope everyone stays well. From this video, you should have a clear idea of what kind of VPN SkyVPN is and how usable it actually is. Take care, and goodbye.